Hello, hi there, it's me, it's Dave, or the Jaded Rabbit. God bless you, my friends. Thank you for finding some time in your day to join me for a very spoilerific live stream. Yes, as if yesterday wasn't already lots of spoilers. But the whole entire story mode of Mortal Kombat 1 has been leaked. It's been out there for a couple of days. People have seen it. Now, myself, I have not seen it. I don't know how much of the story do I really want to be spoiled upon, but I am very curious to know the general gist of what's going on with the narration, with the directives of the plot. Where's it going? So yes, really would like to know, and I found via the Reddit. So Reddit has been actually useful for once. Typically, whenever I see Reddit, it's just a waste. People are mean, but there is this wonderful person, John Bobon. Bobon? Yes, he's provided a whole entire synopsis of the story mode, and I'm quite excited to see if there's anything good within it. But yes, if you don't want to know about all of the spoilers, beware. It goes from the first story chapter, which we saw earlier with Kung Lao from gameplay from IGN. But now we're actually going to find out what happens in the post-credits scenes. Very exciting. And, I find, honestly, I find myself a little disenfranchised with WB at the present moment, given that they are copyright striking people who are clearly fans of the game, and they're just showing story leaks, spoilers, and they're getting copyright strikes. That's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Why is WB doing this? So, yeah, I'm feeling a little bit, disheartened about Mortal Kombat in general. Why are they so mean? I mean, people are paying for the game. The game's already been bought and paid for. And if someone chooses to stream it, well, clearly they made the transaction. The fault is not on the streamer. The fault is on WB for not making a stricter contract to prevent, sales before the embargo date has been lifted. So, what? Very, very curious. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Thank you so much for joining along. Please don't forget to leave a like. Hey there, Kylie Gamer. Kari Lessie, show your blood sausage already. Okay, Emmett. The songs are they're fantasy. They're fictions and fantasies. They're not real, my friend. Okay, anyways. Feather Guardian. Hello, sorry I couldn't be in a last live stream because I was watching the story mode. I won't spoil it for you, Dave. Well, you know what? Glad that you're here, Feather, because if there is something lacking from the story synopsis that you remember differently, do chime in, let me know, because, for me, in most video games, the story mode isn't the thing that I'm most hyped for, it's the gameplay. Gameplay is what really gets me, and talking about the story and plot points, it's not going to take away from my fun of the game. However, if you're someone who really enjoys the story, yes, beware. Jeremy, Kari, I have a question when you playing my account. Yeah, not this week. Next week. Next week for sure. J4, spoil me, helps me better manage my gameplay. I agree. The ending will be controversial in my prediction. Oh no. Mark Caudill, Eric, Ed Boon, and NRS knew this would happen, but the story mode is only 50% done. From what I've Seen? Okay, Mark. We'll have to see. I mean, 15 chapters, that's what's required to get the Platinum Trophy. That's it. 15 chapters. So yes, this synopsis is going to be covering all 15 of those chapters. I will say I wish the dude had like written a paragraph about every chapter. That would be very useful. But this is apparently from this is a secondary source, basically. So it says here, Liu Kang has stepped down as Keeper of Time and became a demigod and protector of Earthrealm. Immediately. So he's not the Master of Time? Is the hourglass in Kronika's crown no longer a plot point? Confusing. So he gives up his power to become a demigod. That's dumb. This already sounds dumb. It's the first sentence. I thought he was God. How on earth does he summon a Big Bang fatality? It is just, it is, I am so confused. I am so confused. He gathers Raiden, Kung Lao, Johnny Cage, and Ken Chi as potential participants in the tournament, which is simply a battle of honor between realms to keep Earthrealm in Outworld's good graces so they wouldn't want to take over. This already sounds so lame. Okay, so Raiden, Kung Lao, Johnny, and Ken Chi. So those are like the first 2 chapters of the story mode, because first chapter is Kung Lao, second one is Johnny, third one is Raiden, and here we're getting a description that they are going to the tournament. But the premise of the tournament is to keep Earthrealm in Outworld's good graces. So if Liu Kang, I guess he's not the Master of Time, but if he's not the Master of Time, like, why is the reason for the tournament so lame? The tournament is like set up so that you can invade other realms. No? I just wish there was more to the tournament than just a play for show, simply a battle of honor. It's just a demonstration. They're not fighting for any stakes. I hope there's a rule somewhere, like if you lose 10, you get invaded. But I guess not. Tournament sounds lame in this version. Okay, Raiden is the top contender and ends up winning, being granted the Lightning Amulet. So in this universe, could there have been a version where Raiden did not win and someone else gets electric powers? Someone else is teleporting and storm selling? Is there a version of that? Curious. Okay, it goes on to say, after the tournament, Liu Kang figures out Shang Tsung is around and had his powers, even though Liu set him up to be an average person this time. So if Liu Kang is setting up the future, or like, you know, the framework of this reality, why does he create a tournament where Earthrealm could potentially be taken over? So they want to take over? Yeah, it just... The two things don't make sense. It already sounds kind of wonky. Okay, he sends Johnny, Kung Lao, and Ken Chi to apprehend him. Wait, so Liu Kang knows what a trickster, what a bad person Shang Tsung can be, and he doesn't even go apprehend Shang Tsung. He sends minions. Okay. Oh, I guess this is where we see, like, in the trailers, like, when you go to the Banish trailer, you get a good view of those 3, Ken Shi, Johnny, and Kung Lao, and they're wearing this, like, different body armor. You see? They're wearing body armor. Costume number 2, I'm betting. So costume number 2 is appearing after chapter 3. Interesting. So they team up with Baraka to find Shang Tsung's lab, where he is apparently trying to infect Melina with Tarkat. Lame. I was really hoping Tarkat would be some sort of like sexually transmitted infection, disease, some STD. I thought it was gonna be some STD. Why is it? Why is it not? Why is it not more? So was Baraka experimented upon by Shang Tsung, and that's how he got Tarkat? Lots of questions arising from this. See, by making a whole entire race of people into a disease, it sounds like eugenics in the grandest form. Really sounds eugenic-y. I'm not entirely here for that. No, I am not. They interrupt, but learn he was actually trying to give her a serum to stop it. Oh, okay, all right. He's trying to create a vaccine. Melina has an episode of Tarkat and fights them, blinding Ken Shi in the process. Well, that sucks. That really sucks. Interesting that they choose to explain something in the character's lore of like, why is Kenshi blind? Why is Kenshi blind? Let's see. When Kenshi enters the cave and attempts to take the weapon, Ermac instantly strikes him blind. Yeah, I didn't think that it had anything to do with Melina. Oh no, that's the TV show. I wonder if there's a explanation in the game. If you know why Ermac is blind, I would love to know. I thought he was just like always blind. I didn't know that there was a lore behind it. Curious. Okay, so yeah, Melina has an episode of Tarkat, fights them, blinding Kenshi in the process. They manage to get her the serum and repress the Tarkat, and the Earthrealmers are taken prisoner. Okay, so Melina, Shang Tsung, they seem to be like allies at this point. Melina's not good because Shang and General Shao and Quan Chi are plotting something. So will Melina ever be good? No, she's just bad. Okay, and the Earthrealmers are taken prisoners. So I guess that's leading up to like in the Banished trailer where you see Johnny and Kung Lao as prisoners and Reptile frees them. Interesting to see how all these things fit together. The Earthrealmers escape with the help of Reptile and run into Quan Chi in the living forest. He uses soul stealers, some kind of machination him and Shang made to suck I think it's suck the souls out of the living forest. He also created Ermac. Wait, what? Quan Chi made Ermac? I mean, like, why do they have to change the lore so much? It doesn't feel natural. If you have to explain so much, I don't think it's natural. I don't think this sounds like a natural story. It sounds very forced and tortured. Okay, they fight him and Ashra, Quan Chi's servant who went turncoat, defeat him and knock him out. Okay, now I'm really curious. Let's see if we can find those chapters again. Oh, here we go. Okay, perfect. Because I would like to know, like, how this fits into, like, the different chapters. So it seems like this is chapter 6 that we're talking about here, where they're in the living forest getting sucked, which I guess turns it corrupted. Spirits in Sento awake and give Kenshi powers. Ashra killed Kia and Jataka off screen. Ermac created by Quanch. That's a lot of stupidness. A lot of stupidness. I am interested to see how Kenshi develops, but aside from that, all of this sounds wild. Really hating any reference to Ermac and Quan Chi in the main vanilla story game. Because if they're gonna put them in the story and you can fight them, why can't you play with them? It's day one DLC, which is a cash grab. It's really frustrating. Okay, wow. Very, very curious. Okay, so let's see. They plan to take him back to Lu for questioning, but run into trouble at Melina's coronation festival, where Quan gets away and they barely escape. So you mean that this part, like in the Banished trailer, where you see like Reptile and he's like fighting, I guess, Katana, right? Here we go. So like this is before the coronation festival of Melina. So where is... Oh yeah, so here we go. We're going into chapter 7. Specifically, that part from the trailer is chapter 7 part 2. Oh, okay. Wow, I really like putting all the pieces together. It feels very satisfying. Reptile and Ashra join Liu Kang's faction while Baraka stays behind in his home of Outworld. So if Ashra was Quan Chi's servant who went turncoat, why are you fighting Ashra? Oh no, this is a chapter of Ashra verse Nitara verse Havoc. Okay, so it's from Ashra's perspective. All of this, yet somehow we're not getting any information about the Earthrealmers. How did the Earthrealmers... Oh, yeah. Okay, so they escape with help of Reptile, run into Quan Chi in the forest. But how do they get to the forest to the Coronation Festival? I guess, like, this synopsis isn't going to give us absolutely everything, so, you know, there are going to be some things to see in the actual cutscenes, but I don't know. The lore feels like very different, very changed. It's a good thing I don't care about it. Okay, Liu is shocked to learn about the new Deadly Alliance and consults with Geras. Okay, so that's the Keepers of Time trailer where we see Geras and... let's see. They're in that, like, room, and he just, like, teleports to talk to Liu Kang. So now we're in chapter 8. So Geras has no part in the story until chapter 8. Very nice. They observe the hourglass and deduce the Chronica lookalike. It's a Chronica lookalike? It's not Chronica? Damashi could not possibly be the actual Chronica and must be from another timeline. Damashi. Okay, alright. So I guess that's the big bad. Curious. Liu sends Kuai Liang, Bi-Han, and Smoke to infiltrate Ying's castle where Shang Tsung is as Liu prepares the rest of his crew for war. So we haven't really heard about the Lin Kuei until chapter 9. What are they doing? What are they doing for that whole time? Because, like, it seems like it's Johnny, Kenshi, and Kung Lao that are going off to go do stupidness for Liu Kang. But where are the Lin Kuei? Are the Lin Kuei just ignored for so much of the story? That's dumb. I mean, it's supposed to be about ninjas. Where are the effing ninjas? This is so strange to me. But Dominic Giangiello is gonna be Dominicking all over this story, so be prepared. Oh wow. Okay. Let's see what you guys are saying. I'm not like totally in love with this story so far. Would love to hear from you. Brian, how are you doing today? Hey there, brother. I hope you're doing good. Love you, Brian. Feather, I think I know who's the last character, even though I don't know who. Well, it's okay to take a guess, my friend. Psycholaw, to be fair, Cyrax blow up the world. Yes, he did that far, far long time ago. Hi, I've been playing MK1 for a few days on Xbox, and man, it's fun. BL Destroy. No, you don't have to explain. LOL. Feather, Lou didn't want to go mad like Chronica wanted to give his creation to choose and decided to be a protector. Yeah, I think the whole entire opening premise of this story sounds foolish. He stepped down as keeper of time and became a demigod and protector of Earthrealm. That's dumb. That's really dumb. BL Destroy. It sounds bad on paper. Wait until you see the cutscenes. You know, MK11 has beautiful cutscenes, but it's still stupid. I did not enjoy MK11's story. If you tell me that, I would call you a liar, maybe. MK11 had a terrible story. I think like 5 years from now, people are going to be looking back on MK1's story and maybe thinking the same thing. Some characters and mysteries won't be answered. Oh no. Ending is interesting. Wrong. Kenshi went blind by Well of Soul. His MK9 trailer and Snowblind explained it better. Ah, very good, Feather. Psycholaw. Kenshi removed his own eyes after looking up his name on the internet. I like your explanation, Psycholaw. That's really cool. Feather, Quan Chi looks like a voodoo magician. Cool. Emmett, good story, but suddenly the 30 minutes of sloppy BJ action by Melina was a bold choice by Ed. I love it. You know, I hope that's in there, Emmett. That's hilarious. BL, you can explain it if you want, for sure. But we're not at the ending. We're currently at chapter 7? Chapter 8? Yeah, no, I don't know. This story sounds lame, and honestly, cutscenes are not cutting it for me. I hate cutscenes. Cutscenes are stupid. They're just the things that get in the way of actually playing the game. If I want to see a movie, I would rather just watch a movie. And then even then, when I'm watching the movie, I'm like, maybe I should be reading the book. Because the book is always better than the movie, in my opinion. Oh yeah, I've been watching Wheel of Time. I've read up to book 8 in the Wheel of Time series. Then I gave up because the girls were just infuriating. They were frustrating. So yeah, I gave up on Wheel of Time book series, but I'm watching the TV show. But every time I'm watching it, I'm like, this TV show sucks. I should read the books. The books are way better. Yeah, I hope. Okay. Let's see. So yes, we're here at chapter 8 where they're going to Yang Castle, awaken Yang's dragon army. Oh. Okay, so that goes further into the official Lin Kuei trailer, that part where you see the blade melt by Scorpion's face. Here we go. So Ying Fortress. Why is Johnny in Ying Fortress? I don't think he is. But that would be LOLs. Let's see, who do you fight in the Ying Fortress? Oh no, just bad guys. Not Johnny. Oh, I'm just trying to see the part where those soldiers. Yes, here we go. These are the soldiers that they're making reference to in the synopsis. This, like, Onaga army. Interesting. Okay, so basically Onaga soldiers from Deadly Alliance. Bihan betrays them, and Kwai fights his way out. It's taking me a moment to realize what is this person talking about, because Bihan is Sub-Zero and Kwai is Scorpion. So it's I'm just trying to translate in my head. It takes a minute. It's like yeah, I just can't. Okay, Havoc gets his messed up jaw trying to catch him. Oh. So there's like a lore explanation for why Havoc has no face. I thought he just ripped off his face. I thought he was itchy and he just ripped it off. Okay. And defeats Bihan. Him and Smoke bring Bihan back to prevent him working with Shang. So they capture Havoc? So in Chapter 8... you're getting Sub-Zero and Scorpion versus Natara and Serena. Test your might against Ermac. Inside Castle Treasure Room Day. Oh, so that treasure room is like the inside version of the Ying Fortress. I really hope that there's stage transitions. There better be. So, like, okay, here you go. Like, this is Ying Castle. That's the stage for Ying Castle. Very pretty, right? But then, like, you come to the Keepers of Time trailer. I think here you can see a better look of this stage, which is, like, inside the fortress, inside the castle, the treasure room. Like, they really needed to have had Collector here, just chilling in the background on top of all these coins. Where be my man Collector? I like Collector. I am a collector in the game. Guaranteed most of the people who play Mortal Kombat 11, Mortal Kombat 1 aren't going to collect everything. But I'm going to get to 99.4%, my friends. I can't get to 100, but I can definitely get to 99.4. That's what I did in MK11. But yeah, like this is like the bottom of the castle, and we were seeing before, you know, the frosty interpretation on the top with the Lin Kuei trailer. So it would be so cool if you could punch someone or stomp them or jump kick them off the stage and into the lower part of the treasure chamber. Like, why are there no stage transitions? All of these stages look really beautiful, but they are so dead to me. There's no fatality, no brutality. It's really hard. So I would love some interconnectivity between the stages in the form of transitions. That would be so cool. But I know it's not happening. Or in a future board map for invasions, because I don't know where they are at with invasions. But as you can explore Johnny Cage's mansion, it would be so cool if you could explore the Ying Castle and you start off on the top and you go down into the treasure chamber. Right? Like, why is this game? It makes me feel away. Okay. Him and Smoke bring Bihan back to prevent him from working with Shang. Oh, they don't capture Havoc. They capture Bihan. So Bihan is now a force of evil. It's just all too much too quickly. It's all way too much too quickly. Okay, Chapter 9, Onaga's room, treasure room, it's like a scorpion. A scorpion, chapter. So let's see if that is reflected anyway in the synopsis. Geras determines that quote-unquote Damashi must be from neither the past or current timeline and is instead from a parallel time. This is bullshit. I'm sorry. All this time romp, this fantastical romp through time. You know who did it? You know who did it well? Back to the Future. Back to the Future. And then some of the sequels were a little questionable, but definitely the first one. That's where it was the best. You know, even maybe like Terminator, timeline travel. These guys at NRS think that they're making the next Back to the Future or Terminator with their dumb story. I don't care about your stupid multiverse. The multiverse sounds like a terrible idea. Multiple infinite variations of a character appearing from parallel timelines. Keep your garbage. Keep your garbage, NRS. Just give me characters that I can love. This is all that I want. Show me a character with vulnerability, redeeming qualities, and a struggle that they have to overcome. Rather than give me, he's evil because he's from a parallel timeline. This is so stupid. Okay, anyways. I mean, like, I can't even imagine. Like, Wheel of Time, like, I'm thinking about Wheel of Time, because this is what I've been watching, and I actually really like Wheel of Time. But it's like the idea of like history repeating itself. There are ages and things from the third age carry over into the fourth age, the current age. But they never bring up this idea of parallel timelines. And if they do in the TV show, I'm going to be so mad. But this is like such a DC thing to do. Like a DC Comics. Like they're always with their stupid multiverses, always constantly rebooting timelines. This doesn't sound in any way like a new story, like a reboot. This sounds like Liu Kang dropped some LSD and he had some fun recreating the universe, but essentially really changing not much. Because it was beyond him to understand Shang Tsung or parallel timelines. How do you be the master or keeper of time and you can't account for parallel timelines? Come on now, you created the universe in your fatality. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm not looking forward to this. I'm so, like, this is why NRS did not give us much story beats. They're not telling us, like, who's the villain or what are you fighting for. Like, even with Pokemon, you know you're gonna fight Team Rocket or whatever stupid evil force, but they identify the villains, right? This is part of the promotional marketing of the game. It's just all sorts of wishy-washy timeline BS. They're trying to make it into an epic, but it doesn't feel epic. It feels like a story that probably could have been like just like, it feels forced. It definitely feels forced, especially since they're using that same structure of like 1 chapter, 4 fights, 5 cutscenes. It feels super forced. Okay, anyways, so now there's multiple parallel timelines. Liu Kang goes into Outworld, teams up with Li Mei to plead with Sindel to join forces despite the tensions caused by earlier chapters. Wait, let's see. Teams up with Li Mei to plead with Sindel to join forces despite the tensions caused by earlier. This is all very foolish. He recreated the universe. So he couldn't recreate the universe where Outworld was an ally of Earthrealm, rather than them having this for-show Battle of Honor tournament so that they won't take over. Why is there all of this political intrigue with trying to satisfy the queen? when the queen should be knowing that Liu Kang is the creator of the universe. He's Jesus Christ. So if he's Jesus, why don't people worship him? It's very confusing. I am very confused. Okay, so he finally gets them to see Shang, Quan Chi, and Shao Kahn's betrayal just on time to save them from General Shao. Oh no! Oh no, scary. So let's see where we're at in this chapter. I'm really sad that they did not describe chapter 9 within the synopsis, because that's probably the chapter I would like to know more about. It's about Scorpion, everyone's favorite character. So I'm surprised it's not yeah, it feels like the story of Scorpion must be very light if it didn't even stay in this guy's memory who wrote this synopsis. Wow. Okay, so what we're talking about here with Liu Kang and Li Mei, this is coming from chapter 10. We're in the third act of the game, approaching the end, where Li Mei and Liu Kang fight just various peoples. Let's see. Reiko, Tanya, Katana, Melina. Chameleon. Damn it. I know that they're having DLC characters in the story mode, but even DLC cameo fighters as well. Honestly, they couldn't think of a way to fit in, I don't know, Sector into the story. They gotta put Chameleon into the story. It just seems so random. And if she's Zaterran, is she a slave like Reptile because she has half human, half animal feature? Or is she a full-on scaly lizard reptile creature? This is very... I hate this. This is day one DLC. Day one DLC is a cash grab. This is stuff that they're just trying to extend to the players that could have been delivered upon day one, but they're choosing to release it months after because they need it for Combat Pack 1. Damn it, why can't they just make up a new character for the Combat Pack and actually include Chameleon playable, or as a cameo fighter from day one? This story is so it sounds crazy. On top of that, it's greedy. How dare they be so greedy? It's a total disrespect to poor people who can't afford the game and can only purchase the game, Black Friday or something, right? Because to have all of these DLC characters available at day one, and by the time you get it Black Friday on sale, you're still not going to have the DLC characters. But imagine you could only buy it on sale and you're seeing these things that you can't play with because you don't have enough money. That's bullshit. That is so bullshitty. Wow. Let's see what you guys are saying. I can't with this. This is taking a toll on me. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. I love you so much. Please don't forget to leave a like. 31 of you here. Let's get 31 likes. Okay, all right. Oh boy, there's lots of comments. I'm trying to find. If I do miss out on your comment, I'm so sorry. Please do leave a comment after the live stream goes up. I do read all of those. Okay. Just waiting to the ending. Just wait to the ending. It's chef's kiss. If the story's only good at the end, what was the point of everything beforehand? A waste of time? I don't know about that, BL Destroy. Don't tell me the episode is just 5 minutes long. Oh no. Xiao created Ermac, but MK1 he doesn't know soul magic. Quan Chi used Pokemon stones and the living forest graves to create not Pokemon stones. Okay, Feather. I like it. What are your plans for launch, Dave? Are you doing a story playthrough live? Honestly, like, I know that a lot of people would like to see me play the story, but at the same time, like, the thing that I'm most interested about is invasions. I'm really dying to get into invasions, but, I guess I'll suffer myself through 4 hours of cutscenes. There's just too much to do. I don't know where to start. Where are you guys starting? Would love to know. Let me know in the chat. Can I reveal Big Bad? Sure. We're almost there, BL. Just wait. Gears is MKX Borai Cho as a good friend. Okay. I will explain about how Damashi is last chapter madness, last chapter insane. Oh, God. Sounds like you're very excited for the last chapter. Poor Dave watching Amazon shows. You know what? Some Amazon shows, they're okay. Wheel of Time. I guess I kind of like it because, like, in first season, there was the lesbian sex scene. I enjoy that there's a little bit more sex compared to the books. But in the books, like, Rand, like, you go with Rand on his journey. You read about him losing his virginity to this Aiel woman. But here in the TV show, he's having sex with the bad girl. And I'm like, what? That's so different. It's so different. Psycho. It's a movie. Everything is staged. Yes. There is lots of stages. Just rip off face for the LOL. Oh no. Origin story for Havoc. Yes. Havoc got self-image issues. I think that's actually really sad if that is the situation, Psycho, for Havoc. But I don't think it's that deep or nuanced. I think it's some stupid reason. No stage transitions. Yeah, I know there's no stage transitions, but one can hope. I think stage transitions is something that the game is sorely lacking. And without things like stage fatals, stage brutals, stage transitions, even stage interactables. I know there's tons of people who don't like the interactables, but I like them. I feel like the stages are just empty, pretty window boxes. You don't interact with them. They have no bearing on combat. At least, like, when you are on the Special Forces Desert Command in MK11 and you're in the right-hand corner or the left-hand corner, your opponent is going to try and do something. They're going to try and brutalize you in the corner or throw you into a cactus. It actually affects gameplay and it affects the decisions that you make in a match, which I think is really cool because it requires you to have proper strategy, to counter, etc. Don't get that here in MK1. All the stages are the same. Doesn't matter what stage you pick. You can pick any stage. It's all just for looks, which is... Who cares if it's all style, no substance, right? Very crazy. Feather, apparently Havoc and Darius was almost going to face melt Scorpion, but with Test Your Might, he melt Havoc with gold. Oh, is this like these Test Your Mights that I'm seeing here in the story? Because, like, there's Test Your Might against Ermac. Is that what you mean? Oh, yes. Test Your Might against Havoc and Darius. Havoc gets his face burnt off. I don't know. I really don't like them trying to be very explicit in explaining all of these things from the story, because when you do that, you write yourself into a hole, whereas sometimes a bit of mystery is preferable. You don't have to explain everything. The Ying Fortress is on Earthrealm, not an Outworld. Good to know. Psycho Law, is there a Yang Fortress? Psycho, you've got all the good all the good one-liners. I'm loving them. Thank you. Sadly, no injustice transitions. I know it is very sad. The stages, like they spent so much time designing these stages, but there's no purpose to them. It's a waste of design talent when they could have been spending it on invasions, on the rewards, on the skins. Like, a lot of the skins look subpar compared to the scenery you see in the background. Like, why? Put more effort into the costumes. So yeah, this thing here, like, it would be so cool if you could throw Johnny and then there would be like a brutality and he falls onto a spike down below. And there would be like a dynamic camera angle shift. That would be so cool. But they don't do shit like that because this game does not feel like they baked it for 4 years. It feels rushed. And I mean, if you want to go back to like the WB shareholders conference call for Q1 2023, they were saying that, or for Q4 2022, they were saying that they have an ambitious launch schedule for Mortal Kombat 12. What they were calling Mortal Kombat 12. Ambitious launch schedule. I'm concerned because it feels like they really did rush. Really did rush. And, for what purpose? What purpose? BL Destroy. Well, you won't like the ending if you don't like that. Oh no, I like the Shirai Ryu. Yay, Shirai Ryu. Do they come back? NRS did their Back to the Future. It's called MK11. It was nowhere as good as Back to the Future. Psycho Law. There was an in-game reason to race swap gender bend characters in the next game. Yeah, the in-game reason is they got to worry about their BlackRock credit ratings, which are governed by ESG scores. If there's not enough racial diversity and enough gender inclusion and climate awareness, then they're not going to get all of the good top tier A+ ratings so that they can borrow more money to develop projects. WB, the parent company, I believe is $50 billion in debt. I wonder how much debt they're carrying. WB debt amount? Not World Bank. I want Warner Brothers. But yeah, like even most countries, in the first world, they're carrying huge amounts of debt. Warner Brothers, Discovery. I want to know how much debt they have. God damn it. Look at this. $44.2 billion. Could you imagine being in debt for $48.6 billion? Holy shit. So they have to do all of the ESG stuff so that they can continue borrowing more money to make their shitty movies and shitty games. This is what happens. This is the truth. All right, okay, let's continue with the story. There's lots of story. Oh boy. Every character is keeper of the time. That's dumb. That's dumb, BL. I don't know. That big bad is Shang from MK11. Oh no. Next game main character will be a self-insert that every MK combatant respect because they are awesome. Psycho, you're so funny. I love you so much. Brian, hey Dave, I wish that states would break like they did on older games. Ah, interesting, Brian. At the end of the game you choose. Okay, I'm not there yet, BL. Feather, I always dream about making Ermac's MK9 ending was canon, and I'm happy it was made. A lot of these story endings, their endings are sometimes better than the main story. So I don't blame you, Feather. Like, a lot of people think back on Melina's MKX story ending. It's not canon, but she's like a lesbo in it. But it seems like I want, like, where's the description of the Tanya Melina lesbianic romance? That was like one of the things I was most looking forwards to. Also, Dominic, in his own words, in an interview with Comic Book Reviews, he said that Tanya would be the most changed character. But this person who is like writing the summary, they haven't even talked about Tanya. So if you know more about Tanya, let me know. Okay. He discloses his former role as Keeper of Time. So this is like Liu Kang trying to get Sindel et al. On his side. They all team up to confront Shang Tsung. Ermac attacks them on the way, but Melina awakens not Jared. Awakens Jared's soul within, allowing him to reunite with his family and join forces with them. Is he secret playable character? I would really like to know, is he playable character? Let's see. So we're at Sindel v. Lee Mays. So this is chapter 11. She's fighting Natara, Reiko, Rain, and General Shout. I mean, she's the queen. This would be a military coup if her general is opposing her so much. Why is it so political? It's naturally so political when you make them into generals of armies and rulers of nations. But it's just really, really weird subplot to have. And the fact that it's only being discussed so late in the story feels like you're not getting enough build up to it. Typically with things like political intrigue in a story, like let's say Game of Thrones, they're building that up over, hundreds of pages in the book series. In the TV show, they had 5 good seasons of building up that political intrigue until it all went to shit. But it's kind of surprising that they save all of this, what I think would maybe be very interesting, because from what you can see from the trailers, there's a huge focus on the Adinian side of things. This debate of who should be heir, Melina or Katana. Then throughout all of these trailers, it seemed very evident that there would be like a huge focus on Adinia. But there's no effing Adinia. They just call it Outworld, and it gets slapped into the story so late in chapter 11 and 10. Why? Why? Okay, here we go. Chapter 12. Jared takes over Ermac. So Jared is not a playable character. It's just like Ermac with a variation name that says King Jared. Lazy. They better make like a face model, some sort of animation for Jared. It better not just be Ermac, but come on now. It's probably just Ermac. At least in MK11 story ending for Sindel, you could see Sindel with the bloody dagger as she stabbed her lover, King Jared. I hope there's like something like that. Do let me know. I'm quite curious about that, because my favorite part, besides the ninjas, are the Adinians. And kind of sad to see them only in the story at the very end. Shang Tsung reveals the souls he collected were for Damashi, who reveals their true form. No. Titan form of Shang Tsung. Why? What do you mean the true villain is Shang Tsung? From a second dark timeline. This is dumb. I really hate this. So it was Shang Tsung who gave Shang Tsung powers in this new era, because Shang Tsung came from another timeline to come to this one to give himself powers. This is just so strange. It is really so strange. And if Liu Kang must be really dumb. He must be really dumb if he has no concept or handle on this multiverse time nexus whereby people can transfer from one timeline to another. If Titan Shang Tsung is doing that, why can't Liu Kang? What's the point of recreating a universe if you're creating infinite amounts of universes? God, is every time he uses, like, every time Liu Kang does this fatality, is he creating another universe? Another timeline? It's really confusing. Because, like, in the center of this black hole that, like, sucks the opponent, right? Is there a new timeline? Is that from whence Titan Shang Tsung came from? I really don't like all of this time paradox because these people don't have a degree in quantum physics. I doubt that they've read A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking. Like, come on now. Like, what's going on here? Okay, so Titan Shang reveals his plan to kill everyone in Liu's timeline and absorb it into his own. For what purpose? Is there a purpose? The souls that he collects makes Shang Tsung's, I don't know, balls bigger or something? Makes them longer and harder? Like, why? What's the purpose? What is the purpose behind this? What is dying in your own timeline that you need to absorb another timeline into your own? Okay, he sends dark versions of many characters to fight the heroes. Wait, so if he needed to kill everyone in Liu's timeline, does he not need to kill everyone in his own timeline? Why does he have dark versions of many characters to fight the heroes? I hope that this stuff is better explained once we see the cutscenes, but I don't think so. God bless this guy for writing this synopsis, because it sounds wonky. Shang and Quan temporarily joins forces with Liu Kang, realizing that they were used by their own dark counterparts. Sindel is fatally wounded by her own dark counterpart, but her soul joins with Jared's within Ermax. So, like, Ermac is, like, the crypt keeper. He's managing everyone's soul from the graveyard within his body? That's so weird. Is he like heaven? Like, when you die, you go up to be within Ermac's butthole? Like, what is this version of heaven in MK1? They escape and prepare for war. Okay. Shang ponders if there could be other parallel timelines with more Titan variants. Liu Kang goes to regain his Timekeeper powers, which Geras held on to look. God, the storyline sounds more and more stupid. Because immediately, from sentence 1, Liu Kang has stepped down as Keeper of Time. Big mistake. As Julia Roberts would say in Pretty Woman. Big mistake. Big mistake. Why would he make such a big mistake? If he's supposed to be God recreating the universe, surely he would have some omniscience as to what would be happening in the future, but apparently not. The other warriors go to stave off the coming army with Dark Shao readying portals to open. Okay, you know what, let's just take a quick look here. I want to see what's going on here. Okay, so we're at chapter 13 and chapter 14. So Shang Tsung, Quan Chi come to the realization that they have been duped by their evil counterparts because they are fighting people from other timelines. Melina and Tanya versus Ermac and Serena. So is this where all the lesbian love action happens? Chapter 12? Is this when I can look forward to the lesbian kiss? Guys, do you remember in Xena Warrior Princess? The lesbian kiss at the series finale between her and Gabrielle. That is something that I think about sometimes. It does come to mind. Especially now when thinking about Melina and Tanya maybe perhaps being lesbians. I'm like, they better have a kiss. In fact, MK11 had Revenant, Liu Kang, and Katana kiss within the first chapter. Not within the first cutscene, but within the first chapter. So I'm hoping there's some romance. Any story without romance is boring. So there better be some romance. Okay, wow. Wow. Chapter 14, Liu Kang's temple. Liu Kang brings out Katana for his timeline, plus Old Raiden, plus Kung Lao? Wait, they're bringing back White Raiden? Is that what they mean by Old Raiden? Are they talking about White Man Raiden? I don't mind White Man Raiden. I think that it's more appropriate that he is White Man. But, okay. Liu Kang brings out Katana for his timeline plus Old Raiden plus Kung Lao. Liu Kang versus Baraka and Reptile, Lime and Tanya, Liu Kang and Kung Lao, Katana, Melina. If they're fighting all these people from the other timeline, it would be big jokes if they had, like, Cleopatra, Mediterranean-style Tanya from other timeline. That would be so cool. I would actually really like it if it were like that, but I don't think it's going to be. I think it's just going to be like ugly Revenant versions. If you've seen chapter 14, please describe to me, what do these alternate versions look like? Do they look like the base game characters within MK1, or do they look like they were from MK9? Or MK4 or something. Like, that would be so cool. Imagine if you could fight Pirate Bandana Lime. That would be so cool. Or like MKX Reptile. I'm getting too carried away. Clearly the game is not going to do us a service like that, because the game is not made for the fans. Game is made to satisfy Ed Boon and developers' childish fantasies and to make money. Not for us. Okay. The other warriors go to stave off the coming army with Dark Shao, readying portals to open. Raiden, Quan Chi, and Shang Tsung team up to destroy the portals, and Shang Tsung kills Dark Shao to prevent their opening. Wow, Shao Kahn is weak. If alternate timeline Shao Kahn is not Shao Kahn, I guess he's not Shao Kahn. That's why he's getting killed. Yikes. So even in alternate timelines, they're following Liu Kang's premise of having General Shao? I hope not. Meanwhile, Liu Kang successfully summons another Titan from a parallel timeline, which turns out to be his Katana. Wait, MK11 Katana is in the game now? They share a very sweet moment and then gather more Titans, including Titan, Kung Lao, and Raiden. No. No. You can't tell me that this is the only time that they have romance in the story. Is chapter 14 with Liu Kang bringing out Katana from his timeline. Oh my god, there is no build-up to it. There is no build-up to it. And the Katana that you've been seeing and encountering throughout the whole story is meaningless because his true lover just appears at the end. What's the point of making new stories, new characters, if you just brush them away at the very end of the story to bring back a character from the old timeline? Like, just have the old timeline. This is garbage. I can't believe this. Okay, Titan Shang arrives, now planning to just destroy Lu's timeline and then to conquer others as well. So he's like maniacal. He wants to conquer lots of timelines. Okay. They manage to stop him, but deduce he will be back. Wait, so they don't even kill him? In a game of fatality, they don't kill the bad guy? They just think that he'll be back? They gather an army of warriors from various timelines and travel to Shang's. Oh. Like, I heard story of, like, Sonya being one of the alternate timeline fighters who arrive, but Sonya's not playable. To have in the story mode these references to characters that are not playable, it's crap. I'm really disappointed so far in what I'm seeing from the story mode, but let's be honest, I don't think the story was ever going to hold up the game. The main thing about the game, if you aren't aware, is invasions. Oh, God. Okay, the player gets to choose their warrior to play through the final Armageddon type battle up Titan Shang's pyramid, battling a lot of crazy warriors to the top. Is this represented here? Pyramid. Select your fighter and Liu Kang versus Hellfire. Quan Chi skin for Liu Kang. Versus Chaos Dragon, Kano Havoc skin. Versus Basilisk, Sindel Reptile skin. Versus Kano Sonya, War Mage, Reiko Quan Chi. What are these hybrids? What are these weird hybrids? It just sounds too out there to take these characters, create hybrids. I guess this is, the extra iteration of cameos manifesting itself within the final chapter of the story mode. I see here the last fight, no cameo. There better be a way to turn off cameos. If you can turn off cameos for the story mode, why not make that a PvP mode? The story is revealing a lot of things I was worried about. It seems like no innovation, no creativity, because it's the same story mode we've had for 10 years. Plus, seems like the story mode is really geared to focus people into purchasing DLC, into showing players what you don't have, as opposed to servicing the fans in some nice way. Also seems like the things that I would be really here for, like romance, like the romance is just so minimal. Like, you get one chapter of Melina and Tanya. I don't even know if it's lesbo. I'm not seeing any sort of lesbianic action here. They're not describing this, which is what I would have wanted to see. If you're going to be like gender swapping, race swapping all of these characters, and you can't write a good LGBT story, you're pretenders. You're cons. You are con artists. You are virtue signaling. And when I say you, I mean Dominic Cianciolo, story and voiceover director at NRS. No hate to him. Love absolutely everyone on this planet Earth. But it feels like it is very virtue signally that you make these kinds of decisions with your characters to cover up the females, make the females look homely, make the men look like they would be good candidates for boy drag of RuPaul's Drag Race. Like they needed fantasy in the story. Instead, we got this weird mixture of Wakanda Forever realism in the game with some characters. And for a game that's made by like Ed Boon, he's Hispanic, right? I think he's Dominican Republic. There are no Hispanic characters. Talisa Soto is Hispanic. I mean, they could have had some Hispanic character. There's none, so it's just I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, let's continue. The player gets to choose their warrior to play through the final Armageddon type battle up the Titan Shang's pyramid, battling a lot of crazy warriors to the top. The warrior assists Liu Kang in taking down Titan Shang and Quan Chi, and Liu Kang finally destroys them. Why am I saying Sindel? Where's Sindel? I like MK11 Sindel. I don't know about this one. Liu Kang sends the warrior back to their timeline as the dark timeline collapses. So yeah, so you get to see all this cool characters at the very end, and they just poof out of existence, ultimately having no effect on the game. Great. Back in Earthrealm, Liu Kang joins Johnny, Kenshi, and Kung Lao and Raiden for tea. They talk about what they're going to do next, with Johnny wanting to direct his own movie about Outworld. Kenshi working on restoring his family name, and wait, so there's no resolution to that storyline? So you mean like you guys are like telling us about Kenshi on this travel to first fight to prove that he can lead. He must find Sento. He has to restore his family's name. You mean he does not accomplish that by the end of the story? Kenshi's story arc and plot sounded the most interesting from these character bios. A predecessor of the Yakuza, trying to free the Takahashis from the Yakuza's grasp and restore their name. So he doesn't do that by the end of the story? That's garbage. This story seems all over the place. Seems like it does a lot, but ultimately goes nowhere. Full circle moment. I mean, like, you start off with Liu Kang giving up Keeper of Time power, only for him to go back to getting the Keeper of Time power that he acquired at the end of MK11. It's like full circle moment. What? This is terrible writing. I think I have better script writing when I do Combat League, and that's all improv. There's no script. I don't understand. Okay, Kung Lao getting ready to train the next class of White Lotus warriors. Liu Kang heads out to help Kuai Liang create his new clan, the Disgusting. The Shirai Ryu is just an offshoot of the Lin Kuei. I am shocked. I don't like it. I really don't like it. If you like Kuai Liang as Scorpion, good for you. But it's not my cup of tea. It's not the cup of tea that Raiden, Kung Lao, Kenshi, and Johnny are enjoying. Why would Johnny drink tea? It just that doesn't sound logical. He leaves while the others humorously bicker about who covers the bill. Oh, great. Small talk bickering. Great. Liu smiles and states to himself that Earthrealm is in good hands. Good for you, Liu Kang. Good for you. In a post-credit scene, Havoc arrived at the ruins of Dark Shang Tsung's pyramid and finishes off a dismembered Jax variant. His crew of chaotic character variants speak fondly of the chaotic battle and wish it didn't end so soon. Havoc states that the next time it won't. So it seems like they're setting up Havoc to be the big baddie. And honestly, like, Dominic in his interview, let's see if we can find it. But he was saying that this story is not ending in MK1. Like, this is setting up for something larger. Interview CBR. Oh my god, it's the top result. I like it when things are looking right. No, why do you want me to disable my ad blocker? Okay, just give me a moment here. We're gonna get it. But he says that the story of MK1 is going to be much, much longer. Okay, okay, let's see. Okay. I can't find it. I thought it was this article, or maybe it is, and I'm just not seeing it. It's not popping out to me, but I'm pretty sure he said in an interview, I forget where, but that the story of MK1's reboot is not concluding within MK1. That this story is meant to be longer. I really hate that they have, like, this Marvel style, like, they're copying Marvel in terms of having, like, a post-credits stinger where it sets up for the next movie in the cinematic universe. The garbage. Just make a self-contained story. Don't call it a reboot when in reality it's just a full circle moment on what's happened at the end of MK11. Also, it sounds like there's a lot more interesting designs going on by the time you get to chapter 15, like this basilisk, chaos dragon, like you're having this merger of two characters, which I think sounds way more interesting than the cameo feature. I would have loved to have seen, like, they say here, Kano Sonya scene. I would love to see a character that has both Sonya and Kano gameplay, or maybe that's Kira. Is Kira what I'm thinking about? Because I'm pretty sure she has, like, energy style of Sonya as well as, like, Kano style. You gotta let me know. Oh, yeah. In-game, Kira uses special moves and fighting styles taken directly from Kano and Sonya's appearances. Yeah, so they've already done this. Why create a new merger of Kano and Sonya when we already have Kira? It's all sorts of confusing. Would have loved to have seen these merger characters more so than some of this, because all of these changes, it's just not for me. I don't know. Let's see what you guys are saying. It's really tough getting through this stuff. Both endings of MK11 are canon. None of the endings of MK11 are canon because I don't remember them. MK11's story is terrible. I don't like it. I don't want to remember it. Okay, next game, the main character. Oh yeah, we got that one. Love it, Psycho. Feather, I always knew this'll be the choices NRS makes. Yeah, I think for most of us who have seen what's happened with MK11, who can see what's been happening since MK9, that this wasn't really going to be much of a surprise. And typically the only good things that you can count on for the MK story cutscenes are like thumbnail backgrounds, pretty cinematic cutscenes, but just pretty. Like, it's just pretty. It's not necessarily good. Oh yeah, like lesbian kiss between Devora and Melina. Like, there are some good things in a story cutscene, but for the most part, they are so meh. Apparently, Titans can't return once they're dead. Oh, very interesting, Feather. There's always a way to get around it. Psycho. Every character, even that one guy who got scammed by Shang Tsung. Oh no. Do you mean the guy from the beginning cutscene who was like, you didn't help my daughter. Let's beat you up. Brian, oh yeah, we got that. I wish that states would break like they did on older game. Oh no. Oh my god. Trying to find the comments here. It's, there's lots of comments. Christopher Lambert shows up and beats everyone. Oh, that would be cool, Darko. Really would like that. They mix and match moves. Oh, cool. Feather, Ermac looks Mexican. Ermac looks like a mummy. He does not look Mexican. Six Legs. Hey, babes. Hey, Six Legs. Love you. BL Destroy. No, it's really old Raiden. I would have preferred White Raiden. They were just very close friends, Dave. I wanted them to be lesbians. This is what I was looking forward to. Psycho Law. Infinite Universe made our original characters canon. Celebrate. OMG, my OCs are canon now? Great. BL, short-lived and only hug. Oh no, fist bump. Only because Lou time is the biggest threat. Sonya is Kano in cutscene laser. Do we forget about Kira? I think we do forget about Kira. Let's not forget about Kira. I mean, they want to go back to all of these 3D era characters. Let's remember Kira. But yeah, this story is just kind of tragic. Psycho, yeah, this is how fighting work when two people really don't like each other and get closer and then they fight. Insert video of two oiled up men wrestling. Turkish wrestling? I know that. BL Destroy, no he doesn't. The Wanderer, who's the final character, the 24th slot. Not sure, because based on all of these spoilers, like, we haven't seen playing Chapter 15 twice. It seems like you have to play Chapter 15 at least 2 times in order to get the Platinum Trophy. Maybe something cool will pop out at that point. But thinking back to, like, Ed Boon talking about this game and how the final moment in the story... The final moment is going to be like this big wow moment. I don't feel it. I don't feel it yet. Probably will be added day 1 update. I'm sorry, BL Destroy. I think day 1 updates are a crime. We as gamers should not be accepting day 1 updates. They say that they've been working on this for 4 years. How don't they have things fixed? It is very likely that there will be a day 1 patch update or, you know, multiple within the first few weeks, because that was the case with Mortal Kombat 11. But not much is going to change. They might make some little tweaks and things like that, but the basic bones of the game, it's already there. Nothing is changing. All right, yeah, I just wanted to illustrate for you guys. If you see here, day 1 update for MK11, lots of updates within the first couple of weeks. Terrible. NRS has a terrible history of making these things balanced and fair. If you remember with MK11, everything was so grindy that they had to change everything. And to give or compensate players, they gave players currency, time crystal, coins, etc. But is that enough? I don't think so. Also, they didn't even really fix it until they got till Aftermath, I think. Because things were still really grindy within the first 5 months of the game. Very different. Could you imagine trying to get 50 brutalities, 75 fatalities, all of that? That was just too much for character towers. Actually, the 24th slot is supposed to be a dark space reflected by the player's face. We are the 24th character. Psycho, yeah, the Wanderer. Don't believe it. I think he's just playing. But yeah, I think without a 24th character, like, clearly NRS had enough characters from day one to be included in the game to go beyond 24. Like Quan Chi, Ermac, Shang Tsung, these things that they're calling DLC, they should just be included in the game. Maybe have some special options to choose during a story mode, and then you unlock Ermac or you unlock Quan Chi. But to have them locked behind Combat Pack 1, it's just so stupid. Psycho, no, hear me out. It makes sense. I don't think so, Psycho. But I appreciate your opinion. The last character is the black hole in Liu Kang's fatality. Oh no. R3Z, Melina's MK3 skin is behind the veil and behind the mask the same thing? I love the question about MK11. Let's see. So, behind... Oh? Let's see. Behind the mask. So that's the white and pink outfit? Oh no, it's the black and pink outfit. There you can see behind the mask. I don't know what behind the veil is. Do let me know. But no, they are not the same thing. Behind the mask is the pretty pink and black MK3 outfit. BL Destroy, I've been playing for a few days. No info, just blank spot. That's silly. Not sure. Not sure about that. The game is shaping up into something not fun, I feel, which is kind of sad. Psycho Lost, since there are a lot of DLC characters, this might be a trigger to access their slots. Why not just make a fully optimized roster screen where you have all of the characters in one roster? Like, imagine you have to go to a sub-roster to select your main playable character. That's very finicky UI. I mean, it's already bad enough you have to select your separate cameo fighter, but all of these things in the character select, not looking forwards to it. Also, Pure Hunger and Power Hunger, did they change one word? I think you have some words changed there, because I only know Behind the Mask and Pure Hunger as MK3 outfits. Mario, I've seen the ending, and this is one of the best stories to ever create within the MK multiverse. Seeing Shang Tsung, not the evil one, Xiao, Sindel, Jared, aka Ermac, and all the evil ones join the good. I don't know, Mario. I've read the story, and I've seen what the fights are going to be entailing, and it sounds like a bunch of nonsense, like MK11's story. If you liked MK11's story, which was all of these timelines, past and present, colliding, then perhaps you would like MK1. But all of the tomfoolery, all of this foolishness going through time for Liu Kang to give up his powers, and then the story solves the issue by him regaining the powers that he lost. That's bad writing. To just have a bunch of like merged characters appear for the very end of chapter 15, it's nice, but it's not good enough because a story just focused on chapter 15 would have probably have been preferable to all this fiddle faddle that you have to get through in order to get there. Ugh. Ugh. I'm not one to enjoy a story in a video game. I'm a little biased. A lot of these cutscenes in any video game I play, I just skip. So, to each their own. Oh no. Okay. They need to go after the Titans and Onaga, the overarching true antagonist. Where did people get this idea that Onaga was going to be in the game? I never thought that. Derek, I thought the guy yelling at Shang was Baraka before turning Tarkatan. Oh, okay. Sadly, not Kira. Oh no. Feather, the Shirai Ryu was always a reshoot of the Lin Kuei? I don't remember that as being the origin for Shirai Ryu. Let's see. Where were the true origins of the Shirai Ryu? Because I never thought that they were a branch of Lin Kuei, as they're describing in MK1. Oh, maybe they are. The Shirai Ryu was formed many years ago by a Lin Kuei warrior named Takeda. He eventually grew tired of the Lin Kuei and left the clan. What? I don't know. I like mystery. I don't like all of these things being explained in total detail. It's just a bit much for me. J4, hit the like. Yes, please do hit the like. BL Destroy, I didn't get anything. You don't get anything for playing MK11's story mode twice. But there is a requirement with the trophies to play the chapters so that you see both endings. Day 1 updates are dumb. Yes, Day 1 updates are dumb. Change a few move properties, update slight texture bugs, feel of control. That's what Day 1 updates will be. Just minor inconvenience fixes. You know what? I'm not looking forward to it. They should just design the game well from the beginning. Michaela, Shirai Ryu was always an offshoot of Lin Kuei who moved to Japan. They are just changing the way it happens now. Yeah, I prefer them to just be separate. I didn't realize that the Shirai Ryu were part of the Lin Kuei. Or at least created by a Lin Kuei warrior named Takeda. Where does this come from? What game is this? I don't remember that in the original Mortal Kombat 1. Curious. Oh, Mortal Kombat X? Oh, is this new lore from MKX? Oh, wow. Feather, if NRS were bringing Onaga, they would have revealed it already. Yeah, I really doubt that they're bringing Onaga. Really crazy. So yeah, story mode is what story mode is going to be. I think it's going to be a terrible time. I'm not really looking forward to it, but it will be something that everyone will have to do if you want to get the platinum trophy. However, the real grind of the game is invasions. And I'm really more so looking forward to invasions than the story cutscene. Huge love to John Bobon, who wrote the synopsis for this, as well as this thing from GameFAQs, who told us all of the different fights. But I think, from seeing this, I think for the majority of people, I hope most people will recognize these time romps are terrible tools for telling a story, especially when there has been zero displacement in the universe. Nothing has changed. They go back to the same spot that they were at the beginning, which is, if it had been that way from the start of MK1 at the beginning of the story, like if Liu Kang had kept his powers, none of this would have happened, which is very surprising. Like Kronika in MK11 making a lot of stupid decisions, like bringing back the past champions, it seems like Liu Kang is making a lot of stupid decisions, which are driving forward the story of Mortal Kombat 1, which is quite unfortunate. I think perhaps the most interesting thing of this story mode is going to be the final chapter, where you get to go through the pyramid. But honestly, if they wanted to have an homage to Armageddon, they should have just done an Armageddon-style game with all of the characters on the roster. That would have been way better than what they're delivering to us in the form of Mortal Kombat 1. I am also very shocked, like, knowing what the trophy list looks like for Mortal Kombat 1. A lot of the trophies are focused on the invasions. Clearly, invasions is going to be a very large part of Mortal Kombat 1. Why didn't they include anything from invasions in the beta? The beta did not have anything like that. Beta had just some classic towers and PvP. And it turns out you only need to play 5 Combat League matches. And then you're done with Mortal Kombat 1 PvP. Kind of crazy that it's a fighting game not focused on PvP. There should be a balance between PvP, PvE, and I was kind of hoping that there would be some sort of explanation for why we have so much PvE in Mortal Kombat 1. Maybe it's coming from the fact that there are parallel timelines and people from other timelines are invading Liu Kang's new era, but I kind of wish that the ending of the story tied into Invasions, but it seems like Invasions is a completely separate what-if instance, completely removed from the story, which has its benefits and bad sides as well, because on one hand, the developers are able to just create Invasion seasons about whatever they want. On the other hand, it would have been nice to have a cohesive game. Would have been nice, but I'm looking forward to Invasions. I'm looking forward to playing the story cutscenes just once. Because, let's be honest, most people are just going to play the cutscenes just once. So yeah, looking forward to getting that, like, one-time experience. Yay. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Thank you for joining. Please don't forget to leave a like. Really helps out with the channel. Oh boy. Oh no, my comments disappeared. Let's see what you guys are saying. Feather, if NRS were bringing... Oh, yeah, we got that. Wasn't the timeline erased in MK11, so how is Liu Kang's katana alive? Great question, Kiana. Things don't have to make sense. Not when you have parallel universes that you can draw upon. So nothing makes sense. That's what we can look forward to with the story. There was one guy on YouTube who kept bringing up Onaga and theorizing he was General Shao's father. Yeah, Psycho, that's unfortunate because it seems like there is a huge echo chamber effect going on within the Mortal Kombat community, whereby one idea is picked up upon and then is constantly magnified. I myself have experienced it in a detrimental way because people believe that Lucky Rabbit's Foot increases the chances for a lucality or a lucky blow's triggering, which it does not. And I have to constantly tell people this is not the situation, not according to my testing and the testing of many other people. But yeah, sometimes people just believe lies. Great. Michaela, I'm really excited for story, to be honest, because it looks like they're doing Deadly Alliance stuff going off the achievement pictures I was looking at on Xbox. Oh, very cool. I'm excited to play the story one time and be done. Michaela, I really want to try Ermac out, so I'm hoping he's one of the first DLCs. I would have preferred if Ermac was playable from day one, but it seems like NRS has other monetization schemes up their sleeves. Feather, I don't like Tanya and Li Mei on a lore aspect. I don't like them on many aspects, Feather. Derek, because Liu Kang was working with her pre-MK1 and post-Aftermath. When Chronica modeled with time, it split. If you have to explain what NRS is doing, there's a problem. Because NRS should be able to just present itself in a fully factual way. But timelines were erased, timelines were changed. He recreated the universe. Where is old timeline Katana coming from? It don't make sense. It don't make dollars. It don't make sense. Psycho, what the hell am I doing here? I don't even play Mortal Kombat. Well, thank you, Psycho. I'm glad that Melina is good. Is she? Do we get that sense in the story? Because, like, we see Melina and Tanya fighting against the forces of evil in Chapter 12, but they have to be convinced by Liu Kang in Chapter 10. So, are they really good? Or are they just, like, followers, hangers-on, jumping onto the bandwagon of Liu Kang? I don't know. I would have liked more forces of good. I think out of the story mode, I'm perhaps most interested by Astra. She's a turncoat who turns on Quan Chi, which is very cool. I like that idea. Well, yeah. Astra, Havoc, Reptile, these are probably the characters that I'm most interested by lore-wise. Psycho, everyone when Jaded Rabbit reads at the end of the comment section. Oh no. LOL. Thank you, Psycho. Feather, surprise. MK1 is a Deadly Alliance a requel? An Armageddon twist without 60 plus characters? Maybe? I gotta say, from everything that we've seen today, yesterday, story's just not shaping up to the thing that I was hoping it to be. But that's okay, because stories are secondary. The thing that matters is the gameplay. And thankfully, the game felt good playing it in the beta. So I'm looking forward to more matches. I'm excited to get into invasions, see what's going on there. But yes, so would love to hear from you. Did you see the leaked stream of the entire story mode? Would love to hear your opinion about this story. But please, remember, be respectful to each other in the comments. Honestly, the only people that you can call brain dead are NRS. Do not call your compatriot, your comrade in the comments, your brothers and sisters who play this game. Do not call them brain dead. Do not insult people over your opinion. We can all have different opinions and still be friends at the end of the day. That's what we strive for here at the Jaded Rabbit. We're all a community, and it's not an echo chamber. We all have different ideas. So yeah, would love to hear your different ideas about the story. But, yeah. The story's leaving me kind of whelmed. I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not underwhelmed because it seems like it was per expectations. I'm just whelmed. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But yes, if you were completely whelmed, please leave a like. It really helps out. Also, please subscribe. So many of you who watch don't subscribe. Why? Why be here and not subscribe? Also, please consider supporting the channel by joining the Jaded Bunny family. My brothers and sisters help keep me alive here on this YouTube. Yes, please do consider joining. We have secret group chat, family only PvP, all of my secrets and glitches from MK11 and soon to be MK1. Therefore, my brothers and sisters only. So please do join if you want to find out absolutely everything. Much love to our newest bunny in the fam, Munchin Puss. Love you, Munchin Puss. Also, much love to everyone else. Matthew Wellman, Anthony G, Kari Lessie, Angel, James Shea, Kalila Crenshaw, John Feltner, Charlie Ravens, John Lee, John Clark, Danny Slaw, Energizer, J4, Among Us Gamer, GCXBU Gaming, Styles, Cara D, Kokoma Joe, AG Miller, Coffee Gamer, Lucy Little Thunder, Boots Alexander, Jonah, Eric, Blood Ferox, Glowy, Chaka Corn, Airy, Michael K, Darkside Trokar, Mark Danny, O Gamer, Michael G, Swishbish, Ilkid, Snoopy Blind, FGC, Albus Christus Mortis, Yuri, Erdem, Calum, JJ Dr. Eggman, Alina, Acenonics 85, Alan, Siderem, Ragnar, Rian Chaos, and Queen Melina. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. Means the world. Really does mean the world. And much love to you, my friends in the live stream chat. Thank you for making it to the very end of another live stream. Means so much that we got to spend some time together. OMG. Where did the Oh, okay, let's see. Where did it go? Oh, I thought I had... oh no, I just realized I didn't have the right screen up. Oh god. Okay, well, thankfully we got through most of that with the correct screen. But yes, so thank you, my friends, for joining along. Means the world that we got to spend some time together today. Let's make sure I'm not missing your final comments here. Yep, Melina and Tanya are good, and Shang, Quan, and Xiao are evil. The pyramid is a stage. Spoiler, Snape kills Dumbledore. Oh no. They are probably making DLC story mode in a year or two, maybe? I'm hoping the last character isn't Armageddon Create-A-Fighter. I wouldn't mind a Create-A-Fighter. Create-A-Fighter would be okay. OMG, I can't believe this. I did not have the proper screen here. Oh well, that's okay. I love you guys so much. I'm praying that we are finding some joy and solace before MK1 is officially released. But until next time, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Bye, my friends. Take care. Peace. Love you guys.